Alright, so it's first thing in the morning. This is what I do every day. The first thing I do is I come out and I check my temperature on my greenhouse to make sure that everything's good. And right now we're looking at 71. So it's not too hot in here. I went ahead and opened the door up. I keep my windows open at night now because it does get a little hotter during the day. And unfortunately I can't reach the extension cord that goes... Yeah, I can't reach the extension cord. I can't reach the extension cord that goes to my fan in the window, but majority of these plants get moved out anyway. I have got to update you and show you how beautiful these starts are. I have never, ever, ever grown plants this amazing. When I've done everything before, it's been inside, and I just do it in my window on these shelves that I put in here. Put a little grow lights on them, you know, and they get so tall and yellow, and they kind of, you know, they look okay. But since I've gotten this greenhouse and I'm putting these out, and then I've been moving them out to harden them off because they're done. They're just in here to hide at night so nobody comes by and steals them. But since I've done all that, my goodness, I have gorgeous tomato plants. They're not all this size. I'm just super impressed because this is one that I saved seeds from. Check that out. Look at the size of that stem. This thing is amazing. It's strong. We've had really windy days and it's really helped. I've only had one tomato break, and I actually think that was for my kids moving it in, and that's okay. It's mine anyway. It's a Mr. Stripey, and I'm just going to plant it this way. I'll show you that in a new video coming up. But yeah, beautiful, gorgeous starts. So let me show you the rest of them. So again, like I said, having this greenhouse has really done justice to what I've been wanting to do in the beginning, which is to actually grow plants to sell. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of growth that I've gotten and the size of these plants. And you can see back here, that's the big one that I showed you. And that's from my own seed. So pretty impressive. I mean, I've got some nice plants going on. Now I came through the other day and I topped off all of my pepper plants. I don't have any that I can show you, but I can show you what's happened. See this one right here? See this one right here? I kind of pinched the top off. And what it's doing is it's now sprouting leaves across these little sections where the other true leaves came out. And eventually I'm going to get growth like this. You can see on this one how it's growing as well. And what's going to happen is that's going to shoot off a lot of side shoots. Let me show you a really good example. Okay, I have always been afraid to top my plants like this. Pepper plants especially, people say that it works really, really well. I've been afraid to because it just sounds crazy. Why would you cut the top off when you want it to grow up? I did these as an experiment to begin with to see if this was something I wanted to do, and I'm absolutely blown away. Look at this cayenne. See how it's split? And it shot off 2 stems upward, and I've got all this growth. But look at the difference in these plants. And all of this is going to continue to shoot off more, which would make it a bush instead of a tall, thin plant. So if you're scared to do your pepper plants this way as well, I did it. I've been scared for years, and I did it. And look at the difference. So I'm going to get a bushier plant with 10 times more production on it than if I just let it go straight up. So yeah, super excited about this one. Let me show you what else is going on in here. I've been busy. I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube a lot. I have absolutely been just swamped trying to get the garden in. I've been working on other things. I've decided for some reason to can during the middle of all of this. I mean, who does that? So that took hours of my time, half of a day almost. And then I had to mow the grass and all this other stuff. But I want to update you on my seed starts and then show you the garden because I'm putting plants in tomorrow. Alright, so I've showed you the tomatoes. And I can show you the start on the peppers. Majority of them are doing well. Unfortunately, I don't think they're at a size that's like feasible to sell. I think they need a couple more weeks because the weather just needs to stay really nice and hot for them. Maybe I can just sell them cheaper, but I don't want to take too much of a loss. So I haven't decided if I'm going to sell the peppers yet. I may hold off. But I've got, you know, tons more tomato plants. These are all the ones that I've set up in 6 cell packs. So you can buy like 6 cherry tomatoes, 6 Abe Lincoln, 6 Homestead, things like that. So those are all doing well. Squash is booming. going crazy. Okra's doing really well. Majority of this okra is my own personal, but if people wanted to buy some, I'm more than willing to throw some in the ground. But look, this is just yellow squash, and that's zucchinis. That's nuts. These things are massive. I'm not sure what's going on with my leaves. I think I may have had too much water in to begin with. But I'm going to leave them and let them go. These are more peppers back here that I need to up pot. So with these castor beans back here, I thought they were dead. I thought the seed wasn't viable. It had done its time and wasn't going to grow. So I just dumped the seed starting mix back in the bag to reuse it, and they keep producing. Every time I use it, another one grows. So I have those 3 over there. And I have all of my original plants that I started. And more that I've had to up pot because they just keep coming in droves. But I'm fine with that. I've been wanting to grow castor beans for a long time. In here, I've got some zinnias and some borage. Look at my celery, y'all. I need to actually get that out in the ground. That stuff is getting massive. So celery. All of my marigolds over here doing absolutely wonderful. More okra. This is all my own personal use. This is just flowers and some comfrey. This one over here is comfrey. This big one right there. That's all comfrey. Purple basil came in really nice. Dill's coming back up. This is mainly flowers and herbs. And then some eggplants back here in the corner. I've got some more dill. I've got some straw flowers, some toothache plants, some bee balm, some daisies, things like that. More okra. That one I might just sell because it's Clemson spineless. I don't think I need as much okra as I planted. Okay, these over here are actually my ground cherries, I do believe. Yep, those are my ground cherries. And in the back are sunberries. And then this is a freaking ginormous tomatillo. I don't understand how that one got so big. It's huge. But I've got valerian, I've got some strawberries, I've got some marshmallow, my second round of tomatillos, cucumber melons, I've got some greens back there I need to get, some mustard greens I need to get in the ground, some mullein, some nicotania, bells of Ireland, tons of dill. I love dill. And then my sweet potato, which I should probably start doing something with because it's just going forever. That's the tomatillos I planted from a store-bought. So now I have a million plants. Yay! And these are the squash that I planted from store-bought. And they're actually popping up and doing great. Oh, this sad little cell of plants is my roselle. Unfortunately, when we had the cold spell, it did not like it. You can see where it like froze the leaves and killed them. So I brought it inside, and then you notice there's like no leaves left. My cats ate it. Yeah, I guess they thought it was tasty. So I've got sprouts coming in. I'm leaving this one. I'm going to come through and cut off some of this bad stuff on these and see if I can save these plants. It's unfortunate. It's what happens. Cats are cats and they have minds of their own. So I just got to try to save it. And then my Cuban oregano. I love this thing. Every time I come in here, I rub it. And then I can walk around smelling it. And then I have the ginormous table here. A lot of them are starting to finally pop through really good, but it's just a mix of melons, squash, cucumbers. And it's funny, a lot of people don't realize, but majority of these all kind of look the same until they start to get their true leaves. So I can tell these are a squash family, where I can tell these down here are a cucumber. But melons do the same thing, so we'll see how that goes. Lots and lots and lots of sprouts going on here. All of my gourds, my loofahs are putting off true leaves finally. My snake gourds are. This one I cannot get the cap off of. I'm going to have to bring out something and soak it to see if that helps. Those back there are giant pumpkins. I planted them because it was the last seeds I had. Hopefully somebody wants to buy those because I don't need ginormous pumpkins growing in my yard. Like Big Macs, 1,000-pound pumpkins, that's just too much. I did do another tray of Perkins long pod okra in case anybody wanted some okra plants. It's been thriving really well in here, so I thought, why not? And then I just have tons more cucumbers. Need to change the water on this guy, but I do have sweet potatoes going there. And the ones that I set on top of the dirt are finally starting to produce, so that's good. All of my teddy bear sunflowers are sprouting in my boots. The zinnias are as well, but you can't see them because there's a big giant poke weed growing up. Pokeberry. So I actually have to come out with a shovel and dig that thing out. But yeah, I'm walking down to the garden. Still got a lot of progress to do. Lots of things that need to be changed. There's still weeds that I have to clean up. But all of this is tilled and amended. You can see the difference. These strips haven't been. And that strip I left for trellising. I'm going to put all my trellises across that. So I just need that to be grass in between. I don't need it to be plantable. But I've tilled out all of this area. My poor rhubarb came back, but it looks pathetic. So I'm going to clean that bed up this weekend and get it going. You can't see it, but behind all of this stuff, there's a huge bed where I plant my corn. I have let my raised beds go. I cannot keep up with this weed. Whatever this weed is, it grows through its root system, through the rhizomes, and it just spreads like crazy. I'll show you the difference. I've been working on the other one. I thought I pulled it up, but I do have Swiss chard in here, so I may have to come dig him out, harvest some leaves, and try to save him. The only other thing in here that's worth saving is my foxglove. It is setting blooms this year, and I cannot wait to see that. It is going to be beautiful. Old barrel, threw succulents in it. It's been here for like 3 years, and they just keep coming back and thriving. Didn't know that they would stay through the winter, but yeah, they keep coming back. Sorry, I had to try to get my shadow off because it just completely messed it all up. But see, I have been pulling the dirt out and sifting it. Sifting, just to get rid of this weed. And look how much progress I've made, and that's taken me days. And this stuff is everywhere, so I'm going to give up on these beds this year. Okay, I've gotten this entire side of the garden tilled and amended as best as possible. This is all just a weedy mess still. This is the stuff I was letting overgrow, but I'm waiting so I can harvest some of this wild garlic. I did put in a shed. We'll talk about that in another video. And I do have things growing back here. Surprisingly, I have my elephant garlic. And that's all my garlic bed, but I need to get in and start cleaning this out. Yeah. I think I'm done with the raised beds back here. It's too hard. This weed is my nemesis. I cannot get rid of it. But I'm not going to complain because this whole bed area in between is full of plantain, and that's very usable. And then I have all sorts of other stuff, so we'll see. And I got really excited the other day because all of these blooms came up. And that's all of my wild black raspberries. Some people just call them blackberries. Some people call them raspberries. Some people call them just berries, but all over. Let me show you the field full. Oh, real quick. There's the corn bed. Since I walked all the way around the garden, now you can see it. Okay, unfortunately I have a fence in front of me. I didn't think to put a second gate here, so I can't get to the actual gate. But just kind of glance around. See all that white? And I can't even get tall enough to show you beyond that, but that's just nothing but berries. All right, so it's a beautiful day. It's windy, it feels great. It's a nice cool breeze. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast first because I'm tired. I woke up a little bit too early, 4:30-ish. And then took a nap before the kids had to get up for school. So I'm a little worn down, a little tired. Drink some more tea, eat some breakfast, and then I'm gonna get out and work because even though my to-do list is getting longer and longer every day, I am so satisfied with what I have gotten done. I have so much going on here. And a lot of people don't realize this is only my third garden on my property. I feel like garden is like the first that you should put in because you can't go like harvest things wild. You can't go grab wild squash and peppers and tomatoes. I mean, they just don't grow in your woods. So if you're looking for self-sustainability and a food source that, you know, is all 100% from you, then having a large garden is number one. Everything else comes secondary. So anyway, I got more work to do. I've got more beds to finish up. I've got places to finish tilling. I've got mowing to finish. Push mowing this time, no. But other than that, I'm good. I'm happy. And I'm gonna start putting trellises up today in the garden because I'm gonna start planting tomorrow, whether or not the weather says I can or not. I'm ready. And my tomato plants are ready and I am just done waiting and I want my garden in the ground. So I'm gonna start planting. I'm sorry I've been off YouTube. I will catch up. It's just, it takes me 6 hours to mow the grass. It takes me 2 days to, you know, clean the garden and finish it up. And it's probably going to take me half the day just to put up part of my trellising to start. So we'll see. But I did get some pecan trees. My husband brought me home 2 pecan trees. The ones that I had grown did not survive, so I'm excited about that as well. And then we'll, yeah, plant some trees at some point, because that's on my list as well. Lots of stuff to do. You guys enjoy your day. I am going to, and I'm going to work, and get these things done. And then when I start showing you updates, it won't be, oh, hey, these things are in cups. It'll be, hey, these are all on the ground. So I'm excited about that. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and leave me a comment, and I'll answer as soon as I can. And I will see you in the next one.